Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's well. If you have a question, raise your hand. I believe we've got microphones here, so we'll come to you. If we're all ready at the back, we shall kick off. I look down here and I will go to John Cross from... No, yeah, we'll go to John Cross from the Mirror. There we go.
Hello.
Hi, John.
Declan Rice has just been in. To say he's positive about tomorrow night is a bit of an understatement. He's saying that basically if you do it, it's the biggest night in the club's history. You know, basically be brave, special night, special moments. I mean, do you feel that right throughout the group? There's a determination to turn this around, and you know, when you see them in training, just how strong is that belief that they can do it in the confidence?
Huge enthusiasm, huge energy. We are a win away from being the Champions League semi-final. We're in the most beautiful cities in the world against a great opponent. It doesn't get much better than that. We are here to make history. We have a big opportunity tomorrow. We bring a result that gives us so much clarity about what we have to do. A lot of learnings from the first leg as well, and how small the margins are between the two teams. The result, in my opinion, should have been very different to that one. So tomorrow, another opportunity to prove that and earn the right to be in the final.
Okay, we'll go to Alex from the BBC.
Hi, Mikel. You just said there you're here to make history and take this team to the Champions League final, but does it feel like it is your biggest game as Arsenal manager?
Yeah, one of the most beautiful for sure. I mean, again, one win away from being in the final. We cannot ask for anything else. Is now, let's not do the talking. Let's do it tomorrow on that pitch at 9 p.m. when the game starts. Show our best version and win the game.
Okay, John, Radio 5.
Mikel.
Hi.
However, as you'll well be aware, history is against you. So what is it going to take to turn this round?
Again, a lot of the things that we did in the first game, better, more consistently. If we do that, the probability for success will be very, very close to us. We are more than capable. We've done it in Europe against a lot of odds. Probably nobody would say that we'll be in this position. So that was against history as well. So let's make our own history.
Gary from Sky Sports.
Mikel.
Hi.
Luis Enrique, on Thursday, will be 55 years old. He says he's looking forward to an extra special present this year with his team making the Champions League final. How determined are you? I know he's an old colleague of yours, but how determined are you to spoil his birthday?
Well, being better than them. We're going to have to show that tomorrow. We know what we can do. We show it in the first leg as well in many moments, apart from the first 15 minutes when we have some difficulties and understanding why. And tomorrow, as I said, full clarity, what we have to do, how we have to do it, and how much we have to embrace and enjoy this moment to get the best out of ourselves.
Jordan, Athletic.
Hi, Mikel. Declan was just in talking about the magic moments that you always ask for your players in these big games. I think after the last year against Bayern Munich, you said that they just hadn't come. But do you feel after the Bernabeu performance that you've got players now, individuals now, that feel they belong at this level and have got the ability and the belief to go and make that difference?
100%. I think that's how you have to embrace and take the game, you know, to make something special. We said to be in the final of the Champions League, you have to do something exceptional throughout the tournament. We've done a lot of great things, but tomorrow in Paris against this team is the moment to do it. And we want to elevate the level of this team and start to make history. That's the opportunity we have ahead of us to do it.
Miguel, Independent.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
In big second legs in the Champions League, especially in this stadium before, sometimes they can feel like they go out of control or they can be chaotic. Is that what you'd want to provoke or would prefer, or how would you see it?
Depends. I think it would be different moments, like you had the first leg. Obviously, the result brings a lot of clarity. What both teams have to do for us is even clearer. So that's it. And there are players on that team, they have experienced that in many situations. So I was looking at the amount of time that they play ties and how many times they have tried, you know. So we are here, it's our opportunity, and we're going to make it happen.
Isan Daily Mail.
Hi, Mikel. Away from home in Europe this season, you've put together quite a string of results, like the 7 goals against PSV, 5 against Sporting Lisbon, and of course the victory at the Bernabeu. What does that give you going into this game, obviously away from home again, that you can bring into, hopefully, obviously overturning the deficit in the second leg?
Again, conviction that when we had to do it, we did it. We did it in a really convincing way against very difficult opponents. So, again, the last one is very recent, is Madrid against all the odds, because obviously they were talking about all the comebacks and the history and what they did, and we proved something very different to what they expected, and tomorrow we want to do the same.
Phil PA.
Hi, Mikel. Dec was saying earlier that Arsenal are
very close to winning trophies. But do you feel under pressure to get it done this season? Because there'll be some that will say that if Arsenal don't win a trophy this year, it's
we're
been a
going
bit
to
of a
try to
failure.
do this season. Winning trophies as well is about being in the right moment, in the right place. Liverpool has won the title with less points than we have in the last 2 seasons. With the points of the last 2 seasons, we have 2 Premier Leagues. So you have to be in the right moment, in the right place, you know. Hopefully here we are in the right moment, in the right place in Paris tomorrow to earn the right to win the final.
Simon, Evening Standard.
Mikel, when Arsenal fans think of Paris and the Champions League, they often think about 2006 and the painful memories of that final. So the fact you're back in the same city, you know, add to the opportunity for you to kind of try and ease some of those painful memories and make some new ones?
Yeah, football gives you another opportunity and it brings you to places that are so related sometimes. So it's a beautiful story. So let's make it our own tomorrow.
Just quickly on Yurin, obviously trained today. Is he okay to start tomorrow night?
We will assess him today whether he can start the game or not.
Tom, Football London.
Hi, Mikel. We saw Ricardo Calafiori also in training this morning. How much of a boost it is that he can be in and around the squad? I think he's travelled with the group as well.
Yeah, he's travelled and he's fit and he's ready to play when we need him. So that's great news, obviously.
Guys, we're not going to be able to get around everyone, so we'll go quickly through. Sam from The Telegraph.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
We know the sort of reaction that Deck got for his 2 free kicks, and obviously in the past you think about Thierry Henry in the San Siro and these moments when players can become heroes and sort of icons of Arsenal's history. Is that part of the message tomorrow, that someone needs to go out there and be the hero and make it their night?
It has to be in football. You're going to get remembered for those moments, big stages, when the team needs it, when the club needs it to deliver those moments. And I'm playing with that mindset. This kind of game is, in my opinion, the right one, and that's the work frame that we've done in the last few hours.
Okay, we'll do last 2 from the UK media. Firstly, Jordan from The Sun.
Hi, Mikel. Just on the referee tomorrow night, he has quite a controversial past, but he has also a big reputation for being in the spotlight during these big games. Just how much have you analysed how he refs games and how do you prepare your players for coming up against a referee in such a big night?
Yeah, we always get a report, obviously, and understanding who is going to be and how he likes to manage the game, to try to understand him and to try to help him in that sense and make sure the players are very much aware of that, and that work is done.
Okay, Nick Callow from Haters.
Hi, Mikel. It's quite a few years since you played here for Paris Saint-Germain. I'm just wondering if there's anything from then that you can tell your players what to expect and prepare for.
A beautiful atmosphere. I mean, this is a massive club with a huge history, one city, one team, basically. And I was very, very lucky to have 18 months here where I really enjoyed it and I had fascinating memories about it. And it's great to be back here.
Okay, we'll do one here from TNT Mexico, I believe, and then one in French down here.
Hi, Mikel. Obviously, it's the type of game that no one needs an extra layer of motivation. But how can you use the dream of achieving the Champions League final if you have already?
Well, I think it's within us. I think, as you said, we don't need anything else. You know, now we need to use it to channel that energy, that emotion, that willingness that we all have inside ourselves to deliver and perform at the best possible level, at the highest level of each of us has tomorrow to deliver the result that we need to be in the final.
Hello, Frank Janiecki, TVP Sport from Poland. I wanted to ask about Jakub Kiwior. In what aspects has he made the biggest progress in recent weeks? And will we see him in the first lineup paired with William Saliba as we expected?
Well, again, he deserves a lot of credit because he hasn't played too much throughout many months, and suddenly he's been thrown into the most difficult context at the highest level, playing against the best opponents when you haven't had the physical rhythm or the confidence to do it, and I think he's been exceptional.
Okay, and finally, just one here.
De este lado, Mikel, Juanjo Rueda para Caliente TV México. Una eliminatoria que pintaba muy pareja en el papel. No sé si esta semana has notado que ha habido mucho halago hacia el Paris Saint-Germain y si se ha sido un poco injusto con tu equipo y a la vez preguntarte si esto te molesta.
No lo sé, está siempre relacionado con el resultado. Yo te digo lo que he visto y después de ver el partido varias veces creo que el resultado no refleja lo que pasó en el campo para nada. Lo que pasó en los primeros 15 minutos y lo que pasó después fue muy diferente, pero al final el resultado es el que manda en las sensaciones y ya está. Mañana hacerlo mejor, ganar y entonces todo será seguro, muchos halagos.
Okay, guys, that's us. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Merci.